Welcome back to the Huddle Podcast.
Episode 12. Lots to talk about today.
Yeah, baby.
Somehow
in the dead zone. Do you want to get right into your Bengals big news?
Yeah, let's talk about the signings and who's staying where. Obviously, we franchise tag T. Higgins.
Happy?
I think so. As long as we give him a real deal. We're paying him $26 million next year on the franchise tag. The guy wants like $27, $28 million a year. I think this is a good sign. This is, hey, we're going to keep you, but we don't want you to talk to any other teams. So hopefully we give him that 3 or 4 year contract after this year.
I mean, do you guys have cap room enough for that? This is kind of like we'll deal with this next year, like what the 49ers did this past year, pretty much.
Yeah, we have $70 million right now in cap, and that's without getting rid of more players and getting in rookies, and that's without Joe restructuring his deal, which he did say he'd be happy to do. So
restructuring too, just to be clear, doesn't mean like taking less money.
No,
it's like extending the years on the contract.
Yeah,
it's pushing the money down the line.
Pushing the money down the line, exactly.
Yeah, you can push the money. He also said you can take money up front, like they could give it as a contract bonus. Yeah. So it all depends on how cheap our owner is, which we know how cheap the owner is.
Yeah, that's tough. What else we got? We got Saquon extended.
Yeah, Saquon got the bag.
James Cook tweeted out, "Good for you. Go get your money," or something.
James Cook is not getting that money.
No,
he wants it.
No,
I mean, Saquon carried them to a Super Bowl. He didn't carry. That offensive line was nasty. The defense was great, but offensively, he was the best weapon by far. Obviously.
Yeah,
but if you look at like the Bills and the Eagles, and you said who had more importance on getting both the respective teams to where they got, you definitely say Saquon had way more of an impact.
Oh yeah,
than James Cook did on getting those teams where they got.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, good for him though. He deserves every penny he's getting.
Oh, Saquon. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm really worried that it's going to be a Christian McCaffrey scenario though, because
he was kind of injuries were the one iffy thing. So he had a healthy year. We'll see if he has another one.
So does this mean they have him for 4 more years?
Yeah.
Because there's a 3-year deal and now a 2-year deal.
It was a 2-year extension.
Yeah.
Onto the 3-year.
So they have 4 more years with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good signing. I don't know how they keep doing it though. They have 7 players with over $50 million.
Because in 4 years they're going to be just out. Yeah. They are going to be out. They're just going for it right now.
They're in the talks of going to get Myles Garrett.
That's insane.
Philly fans want to get, which I mean, obviously you want to get Myles Garrett, but I don't know how a Super Bowl team adds him.
I don't know.
They are losing Jalen Carter, I think, which will free up a lot of money, but Myles Garrett's going to be more than that.
Yeah, and he's going to want a brand new deal.
Yeah.
So
and Carter is coming off of his rookie contract, so
yeah,
it's not like they just spent a bunch of money that they would potentially have been spending.
Yeah. Debo to the commies.
I like the trade. I think the trade's good for both teams as long as Ayuk is healthy next year. I think Ayuk is fine being the main receiver. I think the commies need the extra little boost. A 5th-round pick, though, is crazy.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. What would you give up for Debo?
I'm surprised it wasn't a 3rd. He did have a big cap hit, though. It was like $26 million.
Are they retaining some of his salary? Is that
they must be?
Because that's insane to me.
Yeah, they must be taking the whole salary on because the Commanders have a lot of cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I don't mind the signing. I don't know where Debo ranks in terms of active wide receivers now.
He had a bad year.
He did. He did have a bad year, and that's why I don't mind it because it's first of all it's 1 year. Second of all, it's a 5th-round pick. It's not that bad. They did give up a 3rd and a 4th last year, like in this draft.
I think
It's
like
kind of
you said, I think Debo's in your top 10, probably not even your top 15 receivers anymore. But I think he's so diverse. The fact that he can run the ball too. Pairing that with JD, I think will be like a next level thing.
That and they have Brian Robinson and they have their
and Eckler's still all right.
Yep.
Eckler's
Scary Terry is the deep ball still.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The deep ball Terry, but also I don't know. I like it for. I'm surprised no one else wanted in on this. Like,
well, especially because they're giving them away for. I mean, a 5th-round pick for Debo was not bad in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the money though. It's the money that's the hit.
I think most of us all. I think we all agreed that the Commanders were gonna go get one of these wide receivers. We just didn't know which one.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm definitely not surprised. I'm just surprised by the 5th-round pick for him.
Yeah.
You think they should have gotten more? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird for the NFL players. I find it so weird the way I don't even remember what Diggs went for last year, but it didn't feel like enough compensation. This one doesn't feel like you're getting enough back. So I don't.
It must be because the Niners are in cap hell. Like they need the free money, and obviously he wanted out.
Yeah, but I don't see how a team like the New England Patriots doesn't go, oh, a veteran wide receiver for a 5th-round pick.
Yeah.
To me, I don't get why they wouldn't go, or I don't know. Maybe they're looking at other guys, but I don't know. It's still very weird to me. It's like Mitch Marner going for a 5th-round pick. I would be floored.
Yeah. Yeah, football is a lot different. I do think the money is just the big thing. Like, I don't think San Fran can afford to have him bring. They just signed Ayuk to a big contract.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to pay Purdy. I do think the money is the bigger factor. The pick is still surprising. I thought they would get like a 3rd for him, but
yeah, it's weird. And I don't know if it was officially released, but Aaron Rodgers got cut or released.
Yeah.
And Devontae Adams got released today as well.
That one I was surprised about, unless they go to the same team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame Devontae for anything that happened over there.
I just wish I knew what that relationship was really like, because to me, it's great. Like, if I was Devontae, there's no way I'd have enough faith in Rodgers, or even, this sounds stupid, but myself as Devontae to go to the Jets, in the first place last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought oh, I'm gonna go there, we're gonna have a chemistry again, and then we're gonna pick this team up, we'll get some more wins, we can sneak into the I don't know what his thought was, but to me, it for Rodgers and now for Devontae a little bit, it puts a little bit of a damper in their whole careers. It's a watermark on it a little bit, especially Rodgers.
Yes, I agree. I think it affects Rodgers a lot more than Devontae Adams.
Because he's a wide receiver.
He's a wide receiver, and technically he still had a good year, stat-wise.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
They weren't even that bad when they got Devontae, though. They were still in playoff contention.
And they have enough cap space to retain him, too, so I am surprised they got rid of him. Obviously, they're putting all their faith in Garrett Wilson, which I think smart. He's young. He's good.
And I think...
What week did they sign? What week did they get Adams?
I want to say it was...
I think right before trade, right?
Yeah, it was right before the trade deadline. They were... I think they were at least... They started to have a losing record for sure. They were either 3-4 or 3-5. One of the two. But to me, the Jets are doing the right thing. I would stick with younger guys personally.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Now, who do you go get as quarterback? Because you're not going to draft one that's going to start.
Well, I'm not even thinking about a quarterback right now, to be honest. I'm thinking about building everything around and then waiting a few years to draft a proper guy.
You don't have time to wait, though.
They could get lucky, like Purdy.
I think they have plenty of time to wait because Dolphins are on a high, or were on a high. Now they're on the down.
Yeah.
And Patriots, they're on the up too, but they're nowhere near the Jets are, even in my opinion. And obviously the Bills have like a solid lead in that division as far as who's going to be the favorite for the next like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Jets, honestly, between the other 3 teams in the division, have the best chance to be at least second.
I want to agree with you, but the contracts they're going to have to pay on defense in the next 3-4 years is going to be a lot.
Oh, they'll definitely be heavy contracts, but that's why I think getting rid of Devontae and Rodgers is a good idea, because you're going to have to pay them a stupid amount for production that isn't honestly going to be there. I don't trust in I trust in Devontae still, but you got to have like a decent quarterback, and Rodgers is only going to stat pad Adams, not get wins.
So they were 2-4 when they got him. 2-5, sorry. They got him October 15th after they lost to Buffalo. So, I mean, that's a bad record, but I mean, you'd think you'd turn it around. You know what I mean?
Obviously, that team just was not built to win.
Yeah.
The defense collapsed this year. Robert Saleh, I think, made that team better. I think they got worse when they got rid of him.
They did.
I think they shouldn't have. Yeah, they shouldn't have got rid of him. I also think that they should have thought about the O-line. Like, you have a fucking 80-year-old man.
Yes.
Who hasn't played football in 3 years, coming off a torn Achilles. Oh yeah, let's have the second worst line in the league. We'll be fine.
So do you guys think Rodgers signed somewhere?
I don't know who would want him. That's That's
exactly what I was going to say. I have no idea.
Seriously, don't know who. Like, if there's a team out there who wants him, like the Titans, who want to lose for 2 years, because that's what they should do. I guess go for it. To me, like, I feel like he doesn't want to give it up, but I'm not Aaron Rodgers.
Oh no! Oh God, no! I don't think he does. But...
He did say he only wants to go to a team that wants him, which at this point in his career, if you're not going to a contender who, like you just said, I don't think there's a contender that would want him, retire.
Yeah.
No one would want him. Like, no one good would want him.
Because to bring your point back, Carson, is he is putting a blemish on his career. Because he's a Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And doing this is not looking good for him.
No. And I mean, it's not like he has like 3 Super Bowls. He has 1. And he didn't even play good in that Super Bowl. He had multiple picks. I don't know. To me, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know. Hypothetically, let's say Joe Burrow won that Super Bowl against the Rams and then had the back end of the career the same as Rodgers. Like, I don't know. Are you really being like this guy? I don't know.
I don't want to hate on him because he does have.
Let's say Phillip Rivers. Let's say Phillip Rivers won 1 Super Bowl. Who's better?
Aaron is. He has 4 MVPs.
He does, but jeez.
Aaron is like if Lamar won earlier in his career, where like Lamar doesn't have the playoff stats or anything to back it up, but you wouldn't call Lamar a bum. Aaron Rodgers is like debatably a Mount Rushmore quarterback. He throws one of the nicest balls.
Yeah, he does. He has an amazing throw.
I just think I think athletes have a tough time knowing when to put the helmet down and the gloves down. And like, I think that's his problem. Because he's the first ballot Hall of Fame.
Look at Tom Brady's last year, though.
Yeah, he went 8-9.
He had like one of his worst years.
Yeah, and he knew when to hang it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They still made the playoffs. They still made the playoffs. They were still in that game for the first half. Like, I don't know.
That and like the other thing too is like Rodgers got the keys to the Jets franchise.
Yeah, he did the LeBron thing where he went into a franchise. He's like, I'm in charge, and it doesn't work in football.
He got everything he wanted.
Too many people.
From his list when he first started there, he got every single player except for maybe like one. So, I mean, at that point, you do have to cut ties with him. I don't blame them for it.
He got Hatchet hired. He got Lazard, Cobb, Devontae, and he got an offensive lineman, I believe. I forget his name, but yeah.
He got everything he wanted. And
he also did the opposite too. Like throughout the season, they were cutting and firing people left and right after every loss.
Well, yeah, he got rid of the people he didn't want, which I think made the organization worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have kept Saleh. It wasn't his fault. And we can say that in retrospective, but I don't know. I didn't at that point of the year, I don't think you can I guess you have to make a decision because they did go get Aaron Glenn, who I think is going to be a great head coach, but they didn't have the worst coach in the league. I don't think anyone thinks that Saul is the worst coach in the league.
Oh
God, no.
I think he's one of the better defensive coaches.
100%.
Yeah, they've had a top defense since he's been there, honestly. So,
and it took a big step down when he left.
Yeah,
major.
Okay, how about Adams? Where do you think he's gonna go?
Dude, if I was Pittsburgh, I'd be like, dude,
that's a good shout.
3-4 million, like you could get him cheaper. I feel like you can get him cheaper.
Do you give up Pickens?
No. Keep both.
I think Pickens is such a big crybaby, and they both want the ball so bad. I think you could trade Pickens for like a second round pick, draft another receiver.
I like Pickens though.
So do I.
I really like. I think,
but he's a crybaby.
He is.
Yeah, but Tomlin's good at dealing with guys like that, man.
Yeah,
he had some bad penalties last year, and he had a couple bad games where he threw a fit.
He did, but I would also say like that he really hasn't had anyone good at quarterback. Like Kenny Pickett is no. And even Russ. I mean, he played okay last year. He really did, but I'm not like looking at Russ as a top 20 guy even. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know what they're gonna do. I like the Justin Fields signing, but there's such a run focused offense with Tomlin.
Yeah.
I don't that's why I don't know if another wide receiver is the answer there. To me, I would run Fields and I would run Wilson again, but I would split the share way more.
Like, I think you get rid of Wilson, you keep Fields, you draft a running back. Najee's I think you draft a good running back, even in the second round.
Oh no, you think so?
Pittsburgh does that too. They didn't sign Le'Veon Bell. They didn't sign James Conner. They didn't sign. I forget their last one. And then
not signing James Conner is crazy.
Yes, and then I think they'll leave Najee. He's been a consistent 1,000-yard season, but that O line's good. I think if you have Justin Fields, if you have
they have James Conner. Who's the other guy? Jalen Warren. That's who I'm thinking of.
I like Warren.
He's good as well. Yeah.
I think if you have a catch first running back with Justin Fields and you add Devontae Adams, I think that's a scary team.
Fields is still not a good thrower though necessarily.
I think he is though. I think he played really well for his first 4 games, even though they rushed a lot. But that's what they do. He was amazing in college. He had one of the best deep balls in college. He obviously played like ass on the Bears, but he had no offensive line. I think even if they keep Pickens and get Adams, I think that's a better team than they had this year.
I think either one, like it's going to be one or the other. It's going to be now whoever you decide to keep. There's pros and cons to both. I think that Fields has far more upside than Russ.
Well,
I think
Russ is old.
But like you also know exactly what you're getting when you get Russell Wilson. You guys are going to be in the playoffs. You're probably going to get bounced first round, and you're going to be sitting there at the end of the season going, "What do we do?" if you keep Fields, at least there's more upside, and he's younger, and you could probably sign him to like I would sign him 2 to 3 years and be like, here, listen, this is the market for you. If you want to go test the market, go ahead. But
Yeah.
I think there's teams that would sign Fields. I think the Titans could sign Fields.
I would pick the Jets to sign him.
The Jets could sign him. The Saints could sign him.
I really like him in Pittsburgh, to be honest.
So do I, because I like Tomlin.
Yeah, I like Tomlin. People are really like crapping on him because they don't go anywhere once they get to the playoffs. But getting to the playoffs is crazy with the quarterbacks that they've had. Obviously,
Yeah.
Ben is good. Aiden, we know how much you love Ben Roethlisberger. But still, it's pretty impressive, especially the last. How do you make the playoffs with fucking Kenny Pickett?
But
Multiple
how many
like-
years do you make the playoffs and lose first round until you're like, okay, we have to change?
They have to get a quarterback, dude. They have to get a real quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what they have to get. Like, imagine, like,
Well,
I don't know,
Fields was 4-0, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
So I don't understand the switch.
The problem was they switched because they were like, oh, Russ is healthy. Let's see what we got with Russ. And then they were winning with Russ.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they
That's why they
put
should have
themselves in
split
a
it.
lose-lose.
Yeah, they should have
But-
split it more.
Yeah, I don't
my
know if they would have ever went to Fields if Russ hadn't. Like, it almost would have been better for them if Fields was the one that was hurt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
agree. I agree to a degree. Okay, so we started on Devontae. I have a thought here. Well, let's say, because this came out, he got cut after the Commanders signed Debo. Who do you
Mhm.
think's a better signing for the Commanders? Adams or trading for Debo, taking the contract hit in the 5th round?
I think it depends on what Adams wants. And where he wants to go. Because if he wants to go wherever Rodgers goes, then you were in a lose-lose, and you were never
Which
going
is
to get Adams.
crazy to me.
And you
Which
only
is
get
crazy to me.
5th round. But if he doesn't and he just wants to go to a contender, then maybe Adams could have been a better signing because you don't know what you're getting with Debo. I mean, it's really hard to sit. Like, I don't know. Where would you draft Debo in fantasy this year?
Oh boy, I don't even know if I am.
This year?
No,
Early
like
third, I
5th.
think.
3rd?
He's
going
wide receiver 2, technically.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
going
he'll get a lot.
5.
I think he'll get a lot of the end zone.
Yeah. So and
He might.
and if Adams wants to be the number one, there's plenty of places he could go. If he just cares about being the number one, why not go play in New England? Or sign a cheap deal in Buffalo, or if he wants a Super Bowl, go play in Kansas City. Like, there's tons of options for him. Anywhere he goes, I feel like he could fit in.
Yeah.
It just depends on what he wants contract wise and
Role wise.
yeah, role wise. Because if he's like Amari Cooper, where he's like, I just want to play football, then okay. But if he's like, I'm the number one,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I could see him going to the Broncos too. That would be an exciting team to go to. Go play with
I
Bo
I like
Nix.
that. I
You
like
could-
that, Jake.
Yeah, like him and Cortland Sutton would look good together, I feel. 2 veteran wide receivers.
Those
for-
retro jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Bo Nix to throw to. Like, and you have a well-respected coach in Sean Payton. So that's always an option too. There's teams all over that could use Devontae Adams really well, I feel.
Denver's
To
on
answer
the
your
cusp.
question, Carson, I think Debo is a better sign than Adams because of his versatility, and he's never been with a running quarterback. The fact that he gets to play with a running quarterback, I think, opens up the playbook so much for the offensive coordinator.
I agree with that. I think they could have a pretty interesting looking offense. Like, just given the fact they have 2, mid-level running backs. They're not anything crazy, but they both have their own specialties. Obviously, Terry McLaurin's a deep guy. Debo is more of a slot receiver than he is a deep guy.
Yeah.
A lot of screen passes, but then you obviously have designed runs for Jaden. I don't know. They'll probably be a pretty heavy play action team, I would imagine, next year.
I would think so.
RPOs.
Would you say what would you compare Daniel's running style to like quarterbacks in the league wise? Because he doesn't really run like any other quarterback. It's almost like play break.
I would say Hurts.
Yeah, I guess that's the best comparable. And look what Hurts did with a. So we haven't really seen this in the NFL. Like if Debo is true to form, how we know Debo is, and I think he still can be. Yeah. I don't think he was very happy with the fourth. No. Like that whole team seemed like the chemistry was off.
Oh, because they just kept climbing to the top and then just getting absolutely shut down.
And like coming back after a Super Bowl loss is like, I mean, look what the Eagles did. They pooped the bed the next year. So it's tough to come back from a Super Bowl loss. Like it might be easier to come back to a Super Bowl after winning one rather than losing one.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So anyways, you guys want to move on?
Who else has moved? Stafford stayed, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Stafford stayed.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was headed.
Yeah, so Stafford stayed.
We don't know his contract though, correct?
We don't.
Is he reworking it?
It's like an extension.
Oh.
He said he would take a pay cut, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
He was supposed to get $49 million.
I don't know what that contract looks like. If I'm Stafford, though, I would want to stay. I don't 100%. See why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking it over a lot since the last time that we kind of talked about it, and I said was talking about from the Rams' perspective if I'd want to keep him or not. I think that either way it makes sense, but I do think that keeping him right now makes probably a little more sense just because you've already had him in the system for a decent amount of time, and he obviously has proven that he can do it. They won a Super Bowl. And I was also thinking too, I made a little list here of their division. I wanted to see, this is obviously super early, but I wanted to see what you guys thought of this. And I basically did a floor and ceiling wins totals for each team in the division. Okay, so Seahawks, I have them, I think 8 is their floor, and I think 11 is their ceiling. They're kind of always there. Like they're a decent team. They either are just out of the playoffs or just in the playoffs. I don't see them moving very far. They're not going to lose a lot this year. Geno's still where he is as far as quarterbacks go. They're still going to have all the receivers. It'll be the same kind of offense.
Well, they might lose DK. You see that?
I didn't see that.
The Green Bay reached out and asked for DK Metcalf.
Oh my God!
We talked about him moving next year. We talked about it last episode.
The Seahawks want a second round, I believe, and either Devontae Wicks or Romeo Doubs.
Not Jair?
No. They want to replace him with another receiver.
Dude, the Seahawks are such a weird team, though. Like
they are. That's
because they have 2 good running backs. I think Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker could both be like
they're monsters.
Really good running backs. They have who is it? DK and Lockett, right?
And Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah.
About 1,000 yards or almost 1,000 yards season.
Like they have a good offensive team.
They do. Yeah, they do. And their defense is, they're not great or anything, but they're not like horrible.
That's why I just don't buy the Geno. Like, I like Geno. I think it's a great story, but that's where he just like.
Well,
you're not going to win a Super Bowl with Geno Smith. I'm sorry.
That's kind of what's funny, like about this whole division. Like, it's a bunch of like honestly decent offenses, like above decent offenses with quarterbacks who were all kind of like obviously Stafford's pretty good, but even last year he was 13th in passing yards, he was 15th in touchdowns, he had 8 picks, and Yeah, he did miss a few games, but
They're
that
off to a
just a
slow
lot of people
start.
missed games, and his QBR was 12. So, you know, I don't know. He's obviously better than I would say the rest of the guys in the division,
Yeah,
including
I agree.
Brock. Brock's still too young, but it's okay. So actually, speaking of Brock, 49ers, I had 6 wins because that's what they had this year. That's a down year. And then I had
And they
12,
lost a wide receiver.
and they lost a wide receiver, and I have 12 as their ceiling. I think that they could still have a good season even without Debo. I don't think that he contributed that much last year. Plus, McCaffrey will be back healthy. Cardinals, I think they're the worst team in that division heading into next year. 5 is their floor, I think, and 9 is their ceiling, in my opinion. I don't see how they could get double-digit wins. I don't know what to think of Kyler. He's obviously an athlete, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything. They're
Yeah.
stagnant. Rams, this is where I have them at 7 losses as the floor. I think that if you look over the last year, there's a lot of games where if you flip the coin a different way, it's going the other way for the Rams. I don't think that they're. I think that they're a good team, but I think they also got away with some wins there, and
They
they're
shouldn't have beat the Bills.
no, and they're a very they're a very up and down team as well. Like if you look at their season last year, it was like 3 losses, couple of wins, 2 more losses, 4 wins. Like it
Yeah.
just was all over the place.
The
And
the
then I
other
have the
sorry, go
go ahead,
ahead.
sorry. No,
Say
no,
your
no, it's all
ceiling
good.
first.
Okay, I was gonna say
Say your ceiling.
okay, I was gonna say 12. 12 is the ceiling.
Yeah. I just think like Cooper Cup wasn't used last year. Like
No,
and them moving on from him is like, okay, if he's out of the playbook, I guess he's out of the playbook. But I think that makes them overall worse. Their draft is going to be very interesting because they
yeah,
have drafted well over the past couple years,
yeah,
where
they're
they
a very good
found
draft.
some diamonds in the rough, and Sean McVay's made do. It's their so if they have another like, oh my God, we traded Cooper Cup, and I think you get less for Cup than you do for Debo. So let's say they get a 6 rounder or lower. Um, I think you could find some hidden gems. They have like they're one of those front offices that is actually ran pretty well.
I mean, yeah, Puka was
Oh
like
yeah,
165.
Yeah, he was 6th round, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, so it should be interesting to see what that team does. Who are your favorites in that division to win, Carson?
well, that's basically what I was gonna say. Like
Is I don't know if
Rams have the second lowest ceiling in my opinion, or floor in my opinion, but they have also the highest ceiling.
yeah.
I think that they probably should be favorites in that. I think they will win that division next year. To be honest, I don't see. I think the only real competition still is the 49ers,
Yeah.
and that's barring a lot, to be honest, because they do have to do some major work because they have had all these contracts backlogged, just like the Eagles are going to have in like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
I think that all relies on Christian McCaffrey being healthy.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Is
100%.
everything is contingent on whether or not McCaffrey is the McCaffrey from 2 years ago or the one from this year where it was like what did he play 5 games?
If that.
he
At,
played. I think he only played 2.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so
he
too.
only played 2.
okay,
He came
2.
back after missing like the first 8 weeks, and then
And the weird thing is their other running backs looked like
Good.
which is like
They all got
Yeah.
hurt though.
yeah, I guess they all did get hurt. That's just shit luck. But
yeah, that does suck.
I wonder if you start to go, okay, we're gonna go McCaffrey and then we're gonna go Mason next. You know what I mean? Like they might start doing what
Yeah.
the Lions do, or lining up McCaffrey where they would normally line up Debo. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Because I don't think you can run running backs like that, especially when you're paying them. And their whole offense is built off a running back.
Oh yeah,
I do think
and McCaffrey's
Juwan
not the
Jennings-
biggest guy either.
I think Juwan Jennings will have a up year.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he's going to be the number 2, but I think this year he was obviously pushed into the number 2, and he was 30 yards away from 1,000 yards.
And they drafted Pearsall in the first
Yeah.
round last year. Like, I don't think that that's where I don't think the Debo loss hurts them that much, and they don't have to pay him. So I think that was a good thing. But I do see the Rams winning that division next year. But
yeah. Do you guys want to move on to some funnier news in the NFL?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, I'm going to play this video. This is from, I don't know, some wrestling event in Cincinnati.
Oh, I see what's happening here. Y'all don't respect talent. You guys waste talent. Just look at what you did to Joe Burrow.
That's crazy.
That was Logan Paul, by the way, for anyone listening on audio. What's your thoughts on that, Aiden?
I mean, he's not wrong. We get good talent, and then we ship them off to other teams all the time. Obviously, we signed Joe Burrow, but his prime is now. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
But it's also Logan Paul, so it's annoying to hear.
And he's from Ohio.
He is. He's a Cleveland Browns fan.
Oh, that's why.
He's a Browns fan.
Damn.
Which, I mean, don't talk to us about
wasting talent.
and wasting money, because you have Deshaun Watson on your payroll. So
wasting talent? Are you saying Deshaun has talent?
Hey, he was your quarterback first, bro.
Hey, he was balling when he was on my team.
There's the talent.
He went into Toronto and then dissed Austin Matthews after, so it's like the wrestlers just go into hometowns and whoever's the heel just rips on the local stars.
Honestly, I gotta give him props for that's a pretty good switch of a not switch of a crowd, but he definitely took the attention of him being booed.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I don't know, that was pretty good in my opinion.
That is funny.
But yeah, I don't also think that he's that wrong.
No, I don't think he's wrong.
I'm surprised that you said that, Aiden. I'm surprised that was your answer, because I was trying to think of how I could say it nicely, but I don't know. Burrow had an MVP season last year.
I think we're all fairly realistic with our teams, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, honestly, just being disappointed every year, the fact that we don't bring back players and we don't spend money, I'm used to it by now.
Yeah. Do you guys want to move on to some basketball?
We can absolutely do that.
Here, I want to play this. I couldn't find a clip of just the commercial, so you get to stare at your boy's bald head, but
I did not see this commercial, just for the record.
I don't think Aiden has either.
I haven't either.
So this is the Luka going to the Lakers commercial here. Okay, so we might have to mute that audio. I didn't even think about that, but
so that was Luka switching his Texas license plate to California.
Yeah, and all my exes play in Texas.
I like that his car was already purple and yellow.
Yeah. I think they had the car outside of the Lakers stadium or something.
I saw the car outside. I didn't know why it was there though.
Yeah, I don't know. I find that little. I thought it was hilarious. Looking back at it now too.
That's pretty hard.
So AD's injured, and then Kyrie
tore his Achilles.
So he's out for the year. So they kind of sold the farm, which I don't even think you can call Luka the farm. He's the whole barnyard for an injured Kyrie, an injured AD, and what's his name?
Derek Lively's out too.
The burrito from what's that hot dog movie? You know what I'm talking about?
Sausage Party?
Sausage Party, and an aging burrito from Sausage Party.
Yeah, they definitely lost that trade, to say the least.
That's going to be up there, I think, for one of the worst trades of all time.
Yeah, it just keeps getting worse. Like you said.
And the Lakers are cooking.
They look disgusting.
They're second in the West.
Lakers second in the West. They're 8-2 with Luka. He's averaging.
They have.
Now he's averaging 22 points, 8 rebounds, and almost 7 assists.
Yeah, I mean they and they're exciting too. Like again, we'll see them in the playoffs, so we'll see how they deal with like big guys going up against them. But like Lakers could not be more happy. They're gonna be in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
They look unreal. And oh, by the way, here's the future. And you probably added 4 years onto LeBron.
Yeah, I mean Luka also in the playoffs. He goes up.
Yeah,
he plays better.
same with LeBron too. Like
Yeah.
if they can avoid being in a play-in game, like the play-in tournament,
Oh,
that's what is that? A week
Huge.
off for LeBron?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
And-
a week off for LeBron, like that almost is like.
And
He gets
honestly,
to-
I have. Well, I was
Go
just gonna say, sorry, I have no fear of them like losing to any of the lower seed teams, like current lower seed teams. The only teams that really like I would be like, okay, maybe they could lose in that series would be OKC, obviously, and
Denver.
maybe Denver. But even Denver, they played them last week, and they didn't give up a lead once.
yeah.
Denver never had a lead in that game, and they smoked them like by 24. And they've had the best defense over the last 19 games. I don't know. It's a bad trade. It's looking like a bad trade.
Really bad trade.
Yeah.
On top of that, I do want to say they didn't make the 40-20 rule, which is to have 40 wins before you have 20 losses. It's kind of the rule to have a real championship NBA team. The last 16 of 17 had 40 wins before 20 losses, and only Boston, the Cavs, and OKC hit that mark this year.
Yeah. I mean,
who's the team? Do you know that was the outlier of the 17?
No, I don't remember. It might have been Dirk's Mavs.
Did anyone come there during season?
No.
Okay.
It was just an outlier.
Okay, because I don't know what those other teams were like, but I mean, you get a top 3 player in the world added to your team. I get that 40-20 thing, but I also think that if you were already headed closer to the 20 before 40, and then you add him, that could definitely.
They're also right, like they're 38-20, so they're right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
I got some more basketball news. Embiid is done for the year.
He might be done career-wise.
It's bad over there in Philly for just winning a Super Bowl. Like, that sucks, dude. Did you see? Oh, I saw another thing on Embiid. I saw it like I don't know who gave it to him, but it was either the U.S., whoever picks the team or whatever, they gave him like a ring for winning the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Do they do that with everyone or?
I don't know. I've only seen that one.
Because that feels like a very weird thing to.
It's because he didn't choose to play for France.
I don't think it matters. Like,
Yeah.
boo-hoo. Like, he should have been forced to play.
Well, he could have played for Cambodia, obviously, or Cameroon, one of the two, which obviously they weren't in the Olympics, but.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm personally not the biggest fan of Embiid. I think that a guy that size shouldn't be, soccering his way into the lane, meaning he shouldn't be looking to draw a foul every single time he goes for a layup.
A lot of players do it in basketball, though. It's like,
yeah, but he's on another level.
I know, but you can't hate one and hate. You know what I mean? Yeah, kind of have to.
Yeah, but just
I agree.
I'm just based on his height, though. Like, you don't see Giannis looking for a foul.
That's
you don't
true.
See him floating off to the side, sliding on the ground.
I know Harden's not known as a big guy, but Harden was known as one of the top 10 players in the NBA, and it was all because he would get foul calls. Like
he would get a lot of.
They invented a rule to stop it. Yeah.
Well,
it's good because I don't like Harden either. No, but
with the torn sinus, I believe it's called, in his knee surgery again. This is his like 4th knee surgery.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not going to play again.
I don't know. The other thing I got is the Suns are going to move on from KD in the offseason.
I think KD's moving on from the Suns. I did see the Spurs are the number 1 place for him to land.
Okay, well,
Dude,
can
that
I just
would
say
be
one more
disgusting.
thing about the Embiid thing there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to feel bad for that guy, though.
Why?
I mean, he's unreal.
He is.
He's one of the, like, if he could stay healthy, he'd probably be in contention for one of the best mid-range big man shooters of all time, up with Dirk and like the guy has crazy talent. It's like he's a great shooter for his size. It's insane.
I don't know how he takes care of his body, but like I don't know. So I'm gonna hold. But do you feel bad for a guy like Zion?
Yeah,
Do you
I
feel
do
bad
as well.
for Zion?
I do agree. I think that, he definitely, there's conditioning issues there, obviously, with Zion for sure.
And they were calling Luka fat, though. Think about that.
I do agree, though. I don't want to get injured. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Like because you also see like big guys who have like just that body endurance where you look at him and you're like, that guy should not be.
Yeah. Well,
You know
when
what
you
I
hit
mean?
7 foot, I think you're 100% more likely to
Oh yeah.
hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's a real statistic.
Yeah.
I did also see if Embiid does come back next year and he doesn't sign with the 76ers, which he is most likely to do, the favorite team to get him is Toronto.
To get Embiid?
Yeah.
I don't want him.
No, neither do
He's
I.
just gonna be on the other side of that shot again.
Yeah.
It'll be him in a
the
Toronto jersey and some guy. It'll be Maxey on the.
Yeah. Who else are we gonna get? Paul George too.
Oh,
Bring Kawhi back.
I wish. Dude, I love Kawhi.
Get Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Come out and retire. Okay,
DeRozan and what's his name said they want to come back.
not
Lowry?
Lowry.
I
Yeah.
love to have DeRozan. I think he's so good.
What about Lowry?
He's old.
But have him come off the bench for.
He'll definitely retire as a Raptor.
As a Make-A-Wish NBA.
Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah.
1-day contract, just like Vince Carter.
Yeah, you can play 5 minutes of this the opening season.
10th
Yeah.
minute.
Be in the starting 5.
You guys want to move on to the NHL then?
Wait, before we move on, I do have the MVP award for the NBA. It's starting to get ridiculous. SGA is the favorite right now. And don't get me wrong, he is so good. He's on the best team in the league. He's averaging 30, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 48% true shooting or field goal percentage.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing disgusting. Joker is levels beyond him. He's the best player in the NBA, and it's not close.
Yeah. I think it's new kid on the block. The voters are tired of Joker, man.
I think so.
That's
Three
why they
MVPs in
took
4 years.
That's why they made Embiid the MVP. Like,
yeah,
Joker had a better year than Embiid. Embiid still
think-
won. It's voter fatigue.
But-
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I think the also another thing maybe that I don't know. I'm sure that you obviously recognize it, but like OKC is super young compared
Yeah,
to
100%.
Denver. And even just the two of them comparing SGA to Jokic. He's been in the league for a lot longer, so
I mean, SGA's 26. Joker's turning 30.
Mm-hmm.
Joker this season.
They're not that far apart age-wise,
No.
actually. Like,
Joker this season is top 3 in points, top 3 in rebounds, top 2 in assists. He is top 5 in 3-point shooting. He is, I believe, top 7 in true shooting. He has the highest plus minus of all time, beating himself last year for the highest of all time.
that is pretty great.
Bro,
Yeah,
when
okay.
he's on the court, his team is plus 13, When he's off the court, his team's -8.
Yeah, okay. I agree. Like I'm buying whatever crack you're selling. I'm itching at the door.
I just keep looking at FanDuel and I keep seeing him go up and up in odds. I'm like, dude, he's plus 350 right now. If he doesn't win, this is rigged.
Do you have a future on him?
Yeah, I got $25 on him.
There you go.
But I was like,
No,
how
I
cool?
don't. I
He's
don't
plus
disagree with
340.
that. I'm not. I'm not on either. Like, I don't think maybe that he's as far away as SGA as you're maybe saying, but I do. I don't think that if Jokic won it, I'd be like, oh my god, they robbed
no.
SGA. You know,
I
by any
like
means.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say. Oh, also we have to. I kind of pulled it back to the Embiid thing from the KD thing. I don't know if you guys want to get into that after you're done there.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm tapped out on NBA. That's so you guys either take it away or.
All right,
Hey, do you want some quick words on?
Like Jokic's productivity is the best of all time. He's the most efficient player. He has the 2 most efficient seasons of all time. This year's the highest.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the odds to be so different, he's only the 3rd seed in the West. They're the 1st. He's the 3rd. I think it's kind of crazy to give someone else the award.
They're also only like 2 games behind first or something like that. I don't think it's
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm not. I don't think me and Jake would argue that. Like,
yeah.
And I love SGA. He's Canadian, obviously. Like, it's sick if he won it. I just don't think he's the most valuable player in the league.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jokic is averaging a triple-double right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So we want to say about KD. Sorry.
Jake, hurry. Google how many more times or how many other ways you can say I agree.
Can we move on?
Yeah, I think
I want to get your guys' rapid fire thoughts on a couple things here, just because we do have the games at the end and the draft and stuff. So, real quick thoughts on. Don't even think about this. Just tell me what name pops to your head. What coach can bench the most?
Dan Campbell.
D'Amico Ryans. I swear to God.
He is huge.
He's fucking jacked.
And he's young.
Neither of you guys think Vrabel?
Oh,
Vrabel's close. I was also thinking Mike Tomlin. Low key.
You think dad strength?
I think just size-wise.
Yeah. Nobody said Mike McCarthy, even though he's not coach. But
I was going to say Sean McVay as well.
Body percentage-wise, though?
Probably.
Yeah. I think Motor City Dan's the answer, though.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did in our prep. I did look up some stats.
Oh boy!
I made my top 3. And then after that, I looked them up individually. So I did have, I had Dan Campbell at the top. I had D'Amico second, and then I had Sean McVay, and I had Mike Tomlin third, kind of tied for third.
Vrabel's top 3.
I didn't look up Vrabel.
That guy poops out muscles.
He's a little bit beefy.
He better get that looked at. Dan Campbell, when he was in college, he benched 25 times, 225. 25 reps. D'Amico Ryans was 23.
Okay.
So it was close. But I didn't have anyone else. That's it. But I was curious about that afterwards.
It is probably close now.
Yeah.
Dan might be.
D'Amico Ryans is younger for sure.
Okay, and I flipped the question as well. Lowest.
Oh
bench
my
press.
gosh.
Rattle them off.
Rattle them off. Kyle Shanahan or Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniels.
Yes.
For sure. Andy Reid, bro.
He might have that burger strength, though.
Andy Reid and Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll would crumble. 225, he would fold.
Sean Payton would be up there.
Sean Payton. Dude, he'd just rip a bowl real quick. And
this is just old head coach talk now.
I'd love to see Bill Belichick do it.
Oh,
Bill rips out 26.
dude, to be fair though, he's got that like young bull energy though with
He
his.
does have a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Yep.
I was gonna say. I think you're confusing 26 with the age of his girl.
Okay. Sorry, these were supposed to be like rapid fire. Okay, I'm gonna play a video. A town in Canada renamed McDonald's to McDavid's. So I'll play a quick clip here.
Hello, welcome to McDavid's. How may I take your order?
You heard right. The McDonald's on Calgary Trail and 51st Avenue has a new name, McDavid's, after Oilers captain Connor McDavid.
A generational player.
I don't care about that guy.
That's elite.
That's pretty fucking cool.
That is sick. That is.
So you got 2 of them named after him, eh?
Yeah. There
one
were
in
multiple.
Ontario now.
Yeah,
correct?
one in Edmonton and one in Newmarket.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
I did have a quote. He did say, he said it was cool, funny, and a lot of his high school buddies like messaged him and were like, "Bro, remember we used to work there, and now your name's on the building? Like that's sick."
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to? I feel like you can explain the Jagger thing better.
All right, so I mean, I saw this through X and Instagram.
Yeah.
Jagger, ex-hockey player, I believe he's 52.
He played in the league forever.
Yeah.
He played for like 45 years.
So first it got released that his girlfriend is 29. So she's over 20 years younger than him,
Mm-hmm.
which off the rip, star athlete type thing, hilarious.
Yeah.
And then it got exposed that he slept with a girl. She took a photo of them sleeping together and threatened him, blackmailed him for money in return to not release the photo. And he said, F it, release that shit.
Yeah.
Which is just a dog move.
I mean, don't come for the king. What does he have to lose? Like,
that is true. Like,
oh no.
Yeah, release it. Oh no, I slept with a 27-year-old.
Oh no, I get. Yeah, go ahead.
I get too many bitches. Ah.
And I save my money.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's awesome though.
So do you guys even want to? I feel like we're so behind on this reporter fight that it's not even worth talking about.
To
Just
be
say what
honest,
happened.
So, Ian Rappaport and who was the other?
Jordan Schultz.
Jordan Schultz, whose dad used to own Starbucks, or owns Starbucks. So Schultz reported that Matthew Stafford was meeting with Tom Brady because they were on the same ski trip. Ian Rappaport replied back to his report saying, do you know how these guys are millionaires? Obviously, they go to the same vacation spot. It's just coincidence. He went up to him at the Starbucks in Indy for the Combine week and was like cussing him out. By the way, Ian Rappaport is 5'5".
Yeah.
This Schultz guy is 6 foot.
Yeah.
let's go.
And they were like, he was like, how dare you talk about me like that? And blah, blah, blah. And anyways, it was a shouting match, but.
And Rappaport ended up calling security, which I thought was hilarious.
So everyone's calling him a pussy for it. I don't really blame him because it's like.
You're not winning that fight. He's 10 years younger than you, and he's 6 inches taller.
That and like. I mean, it turns out Rappaport was right.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, in hindsight, Rapp was in the right. He wasn't talking to Tom Brady.
It is funny.
I mean, these scoop guys are so quick to. It was a nerd fight.
Yes. What a job.
Yeah, but Ian's the ultimate nerd. That's why he called in his security as well.
Yes, that's true. That is funny.
Ian is still the GOAT. If
hey,
you
Daddy,
can't,
Daddy, can you come save me, please? That is funny.
Yeah, anyways, that's the quick wrap up of that because we have so much on the slate here.
There's a video of it though.
No, I don't believe so.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
I know that'd be so good. Just yelling in the Starbucks.
Scouring.
The minimum wage worker looking at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. My daddy owns Starbucks. Get out.
I'm getting my security.
Now that we're bringing it back into NFL, there were talks. The NFL said they would not do this, but how would you guys feel about a Super Bowl in like Europe? It's mainly being talked about London.
Hey, Aiden, would you like to go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to say because this is such an American sport, and obviously over there, they just watch soccer and cricket and rugby, and they show up to the games, but I think they show up to the games because there's very few of them.
There's 2 or 3 a year.
I bet you the first Super Bowl would go hard in Europe. I bet you that stadium of 100,000 would be packed. People would go crazy, but I don't think you could do that to an American sport.
No, I don't like it. I hate the idea of it. So, and plus, what time would you have that at? Like, what time would you kick off Super Bowl? Because Super Bowl is a game that takes longer than most football games,
and they're 5 hours ahead in London.
So would you start the game at 10 p.m. London time? No, you can't do that. But you can't start the game at.
You'd have to start it at 1:30 p.m. London time to start at the same time here at 6:30.
I mean, Carson dicks on this because I.
Okay, well, I kind of made a little things I like and things I don't like about it. There's just 2 points on each thing, but the things that I do like is, first of all, it might influence the fucking halftime shows we've been having lately.
Yeah,
I'd like to see something a little more engaging. And then the other thing is most people watch. Like most people watching are at home anyway. Obviously, it's a basic numbers thing, so it's not really that big of a deal in that regard to me. And I think also a lot of the people that go to the Super Bowl don't give a shit about it anyway. They're just there for either the halftime show or because they can say, "Oh, we went to the Super Bowl last year," not because they give a shit about either team.
Sorry, to add on to that before you say your next point. Since their stadiums are so much bigger, like they hold another 40,000 people, I do think you're right that like there would be more actual fans of football in the crowd.
Yeah,
like less celebrities would fly there in general, and then you'd still have the celebrities and the people that don't care and they're just rich. But then you'd also have a lot more football fans.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then that was the things that I don't really like about it is, first of all, it's out in North America, basic. To me, it kind of ties into the another topic that we were maybe kind of getting into, ties into this one, but like basically an away game, or what do you call it? Like a international game every week. I think that's good, but I think that the reason why they're also good right now is because they're in small numbers.
Yes.
Because people, if it happened every week there, I don't know that American football is going to become a big thing there like the other sports that are already in. You know what I mean? I think it might be a big thing right now because it's in small numbers, because it's only once or twice a year, 3 times a year.
England alone already has 4 or 5 major soccer leagues. Like they have League One, League Two, National League, and the Premier League.
Yeah.
So to bring it back to the Super Bowl real quick, for the tickets actually sold. So this one is based off of the 49ers and Chiefs game. The 49ers get 17% of the tickets. The Chiefs get 17%. The home team gets 5%, I'm assuming, on top of the remaining 29 teams splitting 36%. And the NFL retains 25%. So the amount of tickets actually sold, like I'm sure every team has a corporate sponsor that gets their tickets.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that each team holds maybe a certain percentage for their players and then their corporate sponsors because it's their team in. The home team probably sells their tickets to, again, probably corporate sponsors. And then the NFL retention, I guarantee half of that 25% is split. So all of that being considered, it's not like it adds value to the NFL making more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just trying to get more viewers across the world. But I don't think that's a good idea.
And then to bring it back, the games every week, because this is a serious conversation that the NFL is having. How many European games did you guys watch that your team didn't play in last year?
I think one. I watched the Munich game. I think it was the Falcons and somebody.
I watched the Jags only because ETN had a crazy game last year.
Mm-hmm. So I watched the Green Bay. I watched the Brazil one.
I watched the
Brazil
Brazil
the only one I watched. So, I mean, the early start time is off for me. I hate that.
Yeah, it is brutal.
Brazil was nice because that was a normal start time.
Yeah, because it was like a Monday night game or something like that.
And they have the same time zone.
I watched 2 years ago. I watched the Bills against the Jags game there because it was my team, and I hate when my team plays there. You don't get a home field if you're the home team. The Jags stay there for 2 weeks. They get a competitive advantage already.
Yeah,
because I think the Bills flew in like 2 days before.
Yeah, I think it's terrible for the players.
Yeah.
That's all I got on Europe.
I also think that it kind of moves, well, like from international spectators anyway. I think that it moves it away from a sport to kind of an entertainment. You know what I mean? Like it's not
a spectacle.
Yeah, like it's not about the sport anymore. It's about this. This kind of applies to the Super Bowl more, I would say, than every week. But like if the Super Bowl is held in London, then they don't give a shit about the sport as much because it's not being held where the
and
where the sport takes place. You know, like it's
if you're a fan of Kansas City or the Eagles, like it was Eagles takeover in New Orleans, and it was like cool to see. Yeah. They had Jameis going around the whole time. That was entertaining. You got all like Barstool flew in. You got everyone flew in, and it was. I feel like less people would be willing to take the 10-hour flight.
Well, yeah, imagine
spend a week and a half there.
Imagine spending $3,000 on your Super Bowl ticket, and we're talking cheap, $3,000, and then spending an extra $1,000 to fly to London.
Plus, you're gonna probably spend
$5,000
and for
yes. Yeah. Exactly. And another. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say. Like when you looked at like a lot of the media coverage in New Orleans, like the couple days preceding the Super Bowl, you don't see Eagles and Chiefs fans out there. You see Saints jerseys for days. Like I feel like that speaks to like what it is. If you had the Super Bowl in London, it would be a bunch of Eagles Chiefs jerseys. If hypothetically the Super Bowl is the same as it was this year,
I almost think you wouldn't see a lot of home jerseys. I feel like obviously you'd still see your good amount of Chiefs and Eagles, but I feel like you'd see Bengals, Falcons, Bills. Like you'd just see a bunch of random jerseys in
Jags jerseys,
and they're not cheering for anybody either. They're just like go football, which is honestly what I did this year too.
Go footy.
Not
beans on toast. We should do a dude's draft of English food.
Is there enough?
They have 5 rotational foods.
This kind of leads into something that I just popped in my head, but they're obviously thinking about adding a Week 18 game soon, and then having Super Bowl the day before President's Day, so you have the day off.
I'm fine with all of that if you get enough. So we start a week earlier, and teams get 2 bye weeks. I feel like the extra game for players is only doable if they get 2 bye weeks, or you do everyone gets whatever random bye weeks, and towards the end of the year, let's say where it would normally land on like week 15, 16, we do week 15 is our Pro Bowl. Whatever the hell you want to do for that is up to you. I'm not trying to save the Pro Bowl. I'm just saying that's everyone else's bye week, and we just do Pro Bowl week.
Yeah.
Like every other sport does. Because that's the only way I can see. I want more football, but the last week of football means almost nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it
For,
in some
there's like
cases-
4 games. There's
Yeah.
4 games every year that it's either you're in or you're out.
I wonder if that would, like you said, damage the competitiveness of that last week. Like, do you think more teams would be like, okay, we consider players the last 2 weeks now? Stuff like that?
It depends on how big of a lead you have. Like
Yeah.
if Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati, but if KC had 2 more games, if KC had 2 more games to play and lost the first one,
Yeah. That's
Then-
a big deal.
then the Bills would have played their players
And Cincinnati could have won another game to get it. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I don't
Yeah.
know if it necessary. I just think you definitely need the extra week
for a
off
bye, yes.
and start it
a week early.
a week early.
I
So
think
that it
too.
still falls on President's Day where everyone can have the Monday off.
I like that. I just watch, like, so many players got hurt this year, and obviously one game just does add injuries.
That and the extra bye, like the Lions could have had players back for the start of like.
Yeah.
I rather see everyone have healthy rosters in the playoffs, and that might even be like if you're a really good team and you're that banged up, that might be 3 bye weeks for you or whatever. Or if you're the first place team, now you get 3 weeks of rest in the middle of a season where you can get your guys healthy, and we might get a better product every week.
That'd be cool.
What do you think if the bye week was like instead of a second bye week? Because I like that idea. Instead of a second bye week, at the end of the regular season games, there's an extra week before playoffs start.
Wait. No, because then you need players to be able to rest twice.
That would be you would
Yeah,
have
some players like the
Only
people
playoff
who.
teams would get a lot of rest.
Well, yeah,
that, and also if you're the first place team, you basically have a month off of
Yeah, that's a lot.
playing.
yeah.
I do want to say, for the extra bye week, right now bye weeks are between 6 and 13, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, I guess you can just swap them. If you have week 6, you get a week 13 bye type thing. And if you have a week, oh no, because you have to go later in the year. You'd have to go up to game 16, week 16.
Yeah. Well, and if you had, week 10,
Yeah.
then your opposite would be week 11. Then.
But I would also be fine with like games being more like I hate having 8 games at 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
2 at 4 o'clock, and then the night games.
It would make it less games on at once for about, 10 weeks, which is kind of good.
I want to watch every game. I
Yeah.
do. Like I do. If I could have it my way, there's 6 TVs on a wall, and I'm watching all 6 games, and then I have Red Zone on my phone. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want it all.
Yeah.
I want to see every game.
Yeah.
There's some stinky games of football that you can skip, but how many times this year?
Cardinals, Panthers.
How many times this year did we have three games at the 4 o'clock
And they're
that
all stinkers.
you like? I don't
Yeah.
want to watch Giants Seahawks. Like I don't want my broccoli right now. I want a steak and a beer, not a broccoli.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree. These primetime games too. Like, can we put some just good teams in there, please?
I
Please
say
stop.
after week 10, they should be able to flex every single primetime game.
Yeah. I wish it was like that. It's just the TV sponsorships. That's why.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I don't need to see the Jets 7 times. After week 4, I knew that I didn't need to see the Jets in primetime anymore.
Yeah.
And Miami in primetime, I don't need to see Skylar Thompson hucking it up
Yeah.
for a pick 6.
Because Tua tried to make a tackle the wrong way.
NBC doesn't want to give Fox a good game that's prime time because then they don't get the viewership for that good game at 4.
Then switch the broadcast. I don't know. Put it in a contract where it's like, too bad.
Yeah.
You get the game.
Less money for you.
But this is fan complaints. It's not like the games don't sell any worse.
Did you see Netflix in Canada might be getting an NFL package?
I don't want that.
Why?
DAZN.
Because I don't like
DAZN anymore.
I don't. Yeah, that's fair, but I don't like the way Netflix operates. Like, I don't trust them, and I don't like not being able to be on the like. Okay, I'm watching. I have one TV. I'm watching the Cardinals-Bengals game. Commercial pops up. Okay, I'm gonna go check Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to switch. With Netflix, it'd be like, okay, they're showing 3 games and this broadcaster showing another. Okay, it's commercial. Click off. Load. Click on to the one you want. Load. You know what I mean? And then by the time I get to the game, they're in commercial and I go back to the other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Amazon Prime game I've grown to like it now.
On Monday nights when it's only 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with them taking Thursday night football.
Yeah.
I also
be
like
what it
that.
is.
The multiple game primetime games.
You like that?
I think that. Oh yeah.
Yes, me too.
Because if I'm not like super personally invested with the teams, or at least like a few guys on the team, then I'll watch most of the primetime games, but I'm not as invested. If there was 2 games on, then I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I'll flip to this one, flip to that one. Like,
I like the staggered start of that, and I like how there's but I don't think you should be Ravens Bengals should never share a primetime slot.
Yeah.
No, that's
games
fair.
like Bills Miami even maybe shouldn't, but like I don't mind what they did last year is they did Bills Jags and Bengals Commanders. They split the primetime slot, and
that's a good.
The Bills were. I mean, I had fun watching it because they were pulling their meat out on them, but the Bengals game was a good game.
Yeah, I do think to your point, it does help though. Like to have shitty primetime games, and if you have 2 of them, I mean, obviously you're more likely to have one good game.
And it offloads on Sunday again. Like I can watch more football on Sunday where I pay attention to every game.
Yeah.
From a fantasy perspective too, I love I don't know, I love having people back Monday, even if I'm down 45 and the percentage is 17.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I got 2 guys left.
I can't wait for August to roll around and we can all just start doing mock drafts.
We can do mock drafts, and then Carson, I had an idea. We'll flesh it out more later, but I say each of us will do a draft of quarterbacks, and for every win that quarterback gets, so we're going to draft every quarterback. For every win that quarterback gets, you get 1 point.
Well, you mean like we'll take turns like drafting?
Yeah,
whatever our team is.
But if I pick,
if you pick Mahomes, I can't take Mahomes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do you guys want to take a quick break?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here, I'll just pause it. Okay, we're back after that short break, and we are going to get into the 2025 NFL PA team report cards. So, I think this is player voted, and they get the players vote on treatment of families, food and drink area, nutritionist / dietitian, locker room, training staff, weight room, strength coaches, team travel, head coach, and ownership.
If I'm not mistaken, too, there was 1,500 total players.
I think so.
I don't know the players, so I trust you. No, there's 1,695.
Okay.
From CBS. So.
Okay.
Do we want to go over the Fs? Who got an F and what?
Let's hit the low first. Let's hear the Fs.
So the Bears, Lions, Packers, and Vikings all did not receive an F. Obviously the Bears got C's, and the Lions got a C+ in locker room. The Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and Commanders, 2 teams received an F. The Eagles in team travel, and the Commanders in locker room.
That makes sense for the Commanders. That place is old.
Mm-hmm. And they're talking about either building a new stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. None of them received an F, but there was a D- at the Saints for food and drinking area, a D- at Carolina for ownership, and a D at.
That's the
Can't argue with that one.
Ownership is so funny.
Yeah, I hate the guy who pays my bills.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Cardinals did abysmal.
I'm pretty sure they're the worst team on the list.
By far.
Read out their whole thing.
Okay, treatment of family, D+, food and dining area, D-, nutritionist, B.
Hey, that's an A.
No, that's a B.
That's literally.
Locker room, F-. I didn't even think they did F-. Training room, D-, training staff, C, weight room, F. I mean, how do you mess up a weight room?
Have you seen KC's weight room? That's pretty ass.
Yeah, but like, okay. Strength coach, C+, team travel, B, head coach, A, ownership, D-.
Ooh, damn.
I'm surprised about that one. The
Yeah.
ownership one.
Other than that, like LA got a D in treatment of family. What are they doing to these families?
Yeah.
Because when I hear like an F for treat, like they're like hitting them when they walk in.
That has to be like you don't get tickets, you don't get free food, like you're not allowed to see your family until the season's over. Otherwise, we tear your ACL.
And by the way, they're in shackles and chains, and if you play bad, we're gonna. No, it's got to be like they don't have daycare.
It's like, hey, how about you take 10 mil off of this deal? I'm not doing that. Well, your wife in the basement says you are.
Yeah, no, I mean treatment of family. I want to know more about if we
That
ever
definition.
if we ever get the chance to interview any NFL player, please, I want to be reminded of ask them what treatment of family means, because when I hear F for that, I'm like, oh, they full on abuse. Like the wife walks in and they start catcalling her, and like the head coach is really creepy and texting family members and stuff. Like,
What are you doing, Terry? You know we don't allow women in here.
Yeah, we have to strip search you. I'm just here to pick up my husband. I don't care. Strip search.
So your division, Aiden, the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers, you guys got an F- in treatment of families. You guys got them shackled up in the training room or something.
That's how I know, bro. I visited the dungeon before.
You guys got an F in food. So I've heard other podcasts talk about the food, and I believe you guys don't offer food on Tuesdays or Wednesdays for the players.
I saw a thing saying we only offer 2 out of 3 meals. We only offer breakfast and dinner. We don't offer lunch.
I mean, okay,
What kind of schedule is that? The
Yeah,
workers clock in at 8, clock out at 12, come back at 4.
Go hit the strip, come back.
If you're looking at this as a normal business, I'd be like, okay, you guys are babies, but like
$1 billion business, you're like, brother.
And it's football, so you want them eating right.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, I can get a three meal day at freaking Super 8. Okay. For $150 a night.
At Armando's, shout out to Armando's Bell River. You can walk in the back and you don't even work there and take whatever you want for free.
Oh no! I hope Al doesn't watch this one.
Imagine this is playing while customers are in there.
Okay, wait. Speaking of, real quick, I know that people watching this don't know anything about it, but I can't believe neither of you have commented on that.
I said it to him,
We talked about it like privately.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were just like, that painting is so stupid. Why would Carson?
No, that's right.
Yeah, no, I like it. Shout out to Alex, baby.
Yeah.
The Browns got an F- in their locker room.
The thing is, when you compare some of these locker rooms, like, have you seen the Falcons locker room?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's insane. Like,
Have you seen the Chiefs?
Oh, it's terrible.
Dude, okay, who was it? I think it was Xavier Worthy was walking into the locker room and they were like, look, this is your new NFL locker room. Aren't you excited? And he came from Texas.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, no, this is awful.
I have a $20 million locker back at Texas. I can put this together in a weekend.
I have a toilet built into my. I can poop while the coach is talking. What are you saying? Then we come to my division: Bills, Miami, New England, and the good old Jets. We got an F- in team travel. I mean, what are we making them like? Are they? Is Josh Allen having to like personally horse and buggy himself to the game?
Having an F- in travel, like, if you can get there on a plane, you should automatically have a D.
Our private jet only has 50.
Like,
seats.
are we making like Tyler Bass gets first class and Ed Oliver and all the boys, the big boys, are like stuffed next to each other like this? Like, how is this? Get a better plane, guys. It's like the Titanic. They got the offensive lineman shoveling coal and
they're taking a steam engine there.
yeah. Push, boys, push. Miami got A's or A pluses in everything.
They were the highest.
Yeah, which I mean, like, you live in Miami.
Yeah.
The Patriots got an F in weight room, which is surprising because New England is a respected organization.
Yeah.
I know they've been bad for a couple years, but and then F in team travel. So they take like
a PJ.
Well, how old could their PJ be?
Well, I saw that since Robert Kraft has got the team, he has not replaced the PJ. Part of my take said they still have ashtrays built into the seats on the private jet.
Yeah, Robert Kraft has to fix that. But what did the Bills get to get F-? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because my team, I'm hung up on it, but like they actually must be like taking buses to some games.
Bro, we whip family members. What are you down about?
Yeah, that's fair. And then the Jets got an F in ownership. Who's surprised? I mean,
that's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah. In your division, Carson, you guys were A's or B's, so you were all good. The Texans, Colts, Jags, and Titans. The Jags got an F in treatment of family.
Damn, dude, no one's treating these families right.
Dude, I know. Like, how
hard is it?
That is a bad category to have an F in. Like,
that might be the worst one.
What every team should seriously do is, okay, if you're on the roster, I say 2 tickets is fair for a player to get for free.
Yeah. That's 104 tickets. Makes sense.
I think that it's fair to give players a place for their kids to be watched during the weeks that, like, you know, like a daycare. You don't have to have 24 night out service for these kids. Like, not everybody on the team needs a nanny, but like, I mean, other than that, I don't see what else you would want for your family members.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, what team put was it Juju Smith's mom up in the top row? Whose mom sat in the top at the Chiefs game in the very top row? Worst seat in the house.
I don't know.
They
should be getting lower bowl seats too.
Yeah.
Like that should be a thing.
Unless you buy your own ticket, obviously. But.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of these quarterbacks probably buy boxes and stuff.
Well, Joe Burrow had a box.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you're making a shit ton, you should probably have a box.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Hey, I'm Josh Allen. I would like to have Haley Steinfeld maybe not hang out with the people who jump through tables. Would you like to split on a box in Buffalo with me? I'm sure 3 or 4. I'm sure that's what guys do when they get boxes.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then we have the Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. The Broncos got an F in locker room.
Wow.
The Chiefs got a D-, couple C-, but
I'm kind of surprised. I thought the Broncos would be the highest because that owner just throws money at that team.
I don't think he's throwing money into their
facilities.
Yes.
That's so funny. Just an F- in family's crazy. Are we the only ones that got an F-? I think the Jags got an F. We had an F-.
In family?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's
pretty tough.
Let me double check, but that's not a good look either way. Like, who is rating F- on this thing?
That's not even a real mark.
No.
That's
you
also,
fail. You got negative percentage on the test.
It's hard to be like, oh, well, at least this other team got a negative grade for family care.
That's true.
Who treats the families the best? Miami got an A. Your whole division is terrible to families. Baltimore got a C+. Browns got a D+, and the Steelers got a C-.
We play tough football, bro. It's you walk in that facility, you're gonna get hit.
Okay, so a couple teams got A's for their, like, the Cowboys and the Falcons. I don't know. This is like treatment of family will never be
not funny.
Yeah, because I really want to know what they're doing. Like, how badly abused are they? Is it like, oh, they won't buy my wife gas for coming to the game, or
they won't let my wife in the game?
Yeah. Or my wife's not allowed to talk to me for the whole season.
They monitor our texts. She's listed as mom in my mom of 2.0.
Anyways, that was we all good on that? Everyone happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're gonna move on to Dude's Draft of the Week here.
All right.
Here we go.
Welcome to Dude's Draft of the Week.
This week's Dude's Draft of the Week is lifetime stats we wish we had.
All right. I believe Carson started first. I went last, and you did middle. So you want to pick the order?
Okay. I would like to go first. No, I would like to go in the middle.
Okay.
I would like Carson to start and you go last.
All right.
All right, guys. I'll kick it off. Trash bin shots.
Oh, I had that.
That's kind of nasty.
Yeah, I had that.
Trash bin shot, like just the percentage made.
Yeah.
I like that.
I want beers drinking.
Damn it. That was on the board. That was on the board.
That was my 1-1. Was beers drink. Like, could you imagine going up to your boy and going like,
that's
dude,
crazy.
You get your numbers up. You're a bitch. Or you meet a guy for the first time, it's like, yo, check this out.
I don't want a beer brag, but here's 4,000 beers. I'm 22. What's your numbers at? 8.
What'd you hit this summer?
Yeah.
Did you hit your quota? Imagine how many frats would have that. Here's your quota for the week.
That would be their entry.
Entry stat
requirement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. My third overall pick is how many times I've avoided death.
Okay, I like that.
Motherfucker.
That I've come close to death.
Yeah, I had that.
My number 2, because I think this will go off the board, I want total distance traveled.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Like physically traveled. Cars do not count.
Okay.
That is real good. That is very good.
Okay. I will take farts produced. How many farts you have produced in your lifetime?
You can take that.
Funny.
Like that would be an unreal stat to have.
Produced, not released, or
like released, yes. Like you mixed it in the booth and then you released it to the public.
That's funny.
Oh man. Okay. Well, it's gonna be mild compared to your avoided deaths there, but I was gonna say, yeah, avoided car accidents.
Okay. Yeah, my number's high.
Okay.
Yeah.
my number's high, bro.
How long have you been driving?
8 years, I think.
Oh, jeez.
And
Okay.
your wraparound?
I haven't thought super well on this. I had the list for the other two that we were thinking of, but man. Dude, you might have to go to someone else. Let me ponder. Honestly, I'm not trying to stop.
Carson is unprepared.
Carson, you're up.
Okay. Furthest item lost. So
Okay.
the item that I've lost that's now the furthest away.
I kind of like that. You know what item it is too? It just piss you off.
That's like a changing stat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
honestly,
funny.
yeah, you have ranks.
Bro, you come back
For
home.
30 years, this ring held the title.
you come back home and like you slowly see the distance like decrease, and then it just switches to a different item. You're like, oh shit,
I was getting somewhere.
I was getting somewhere.
Or it's like a useless item, like a plastic, like a shaker cup, and it's just always there. Damn it!
Well, as you lose something at home, you start traveling to look for the thing that you lost, and the thing that you lost at home slowly gets further away until you cross over the halfway point to the other.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. I have hours watching sports.
Son of a bitch, that was on my list too.
I want to know how much time I've put into my craft.
Just consumed.
Yeah.
All right, this one I really like. Number of words said. So
Okay.
each word has the number of times I've said, and it's like listed in order of how many times I've said it.
I like that. So like, what's your top word said?
Yeah, it's probably like the.
Yeah.
Bro, said just took a jump on your all-time words.
And then to wrap out my list, I will take. Oh, it's between two. I'm gonna take liters of water drinking.
Okay. I would have said beer, but
You had beer. I can't do the same.
I want to know murderers walked by.
Ooh,
Like
that's good.
So that's kind of similar to yours, but
Jake, bro.
like imagine you just see the ticker go up, and you're like, "What? You're in a concert venue? Like, who the hell is?"
It goes
Jake.
up by like 10. You're like, damn.
Oh baby,
That's a good one, man.
King
That is a
James,
good one. I don't think I can top that one. That's crazy. All of a sudden, you're like fucking the unbelievable man there from the Glass, Mr. Glass. You just walk by, people touch him, and you're like, you can see everything.
You just go in Texas and your numbers start popping up. This is racist piece of shit.
Okay. Well, I have something kind of. It's my turn, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I have something somewhat similar. I was just gonna say, number of public arguments missed.
Ooh,
Okay. I like that.
I like that too.
I got some honorable mentions here.
Okay, let's rattle them, man. Let's hear it.
How many hours spent on the toilet?
Yes.
Wings eaten.
Okay,
Hot dogs eaten.
that's a good one.
Clogged toilets.
I feel like I could count that.
Yeah. Hours driving.
Yeah.
And then that was it because Carson took the trash can one. That was going to be my sneaky last one. So,
The couple I have missed is movies watched
okay.
and time of your life spent sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
You got any misses, Carson?
I have none. I'm surprised you had to ask that.
Someone's going to sound off in the comments, or we're going to be thinking later where it's like, how did we not take Pepsi?
I put that on the poll. It was
Yeah,
like, who's
Pepsi
list
won
one?
by like 60%.
Yeah.
I think I was second because I was the only one who voted myself. Anyways, that was Dude's Draft of the Week. All right, welcome to Dude's Draft of the Week.
Are we ripping out another?
You want to do worst parts of summer?
All right, let's do worst parts of summer.
Twofer for the people?
Can we pause and do a quick?
Yeah. All righty. So this is our second Dude's Draft of the Week. Everyone's lucky.
Little delay there.
Yep. Here we go. Shit, I'm Aiden. We are doing worst parts of summer. I picked the order. So who was last? You?
I was last.
You can pick the order now.
Okay, I'll go first. Carson second. Jake third.
Okay.
The first overall pick is the Sunburn.
Okay.
Bust. No,
You pale as hell, boy.
yeah, it's winter. Okay. No, okay, so I'm gonna go melting snacks.
Okay.
Didn't have it on my board.
And I'm gonna go bare
Nope.
feet on.
Nope. You get one pick.
Oh shit!
Redo it.
My bad.
Wasn't
My
gonna
bad.
take that one. I'm gonna go Swass,
Oh, that's good.
and I will go mosquitoes.
Damn it.
Okay, scratch that out.
Welcome, Sir Goose. So now you can take
Okay.
your pick.
Okay, I was gonna say bare feet on pavement.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, I would have taken bare feet on hot pavement, but
Get a load of this guy. All right, my wraparound. It's gonna be dry season, no sports.
okay, that's
We just had baseball, trash. And then I'm gonna go heat waves.
okay. Carson, you are up.
All right, I'll go leather car seats.
Okay,
Oh, that's good.
that I had getting in a hot car.
You can take that as a separate one, I would say.
No, I think it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, you get that. That's a good pick.
I will go wasps.
That's a good pick.
I hate those things. And then ball stuck to leg.
BSTL.
Yes.
I invented that term in grade 6.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, so me?
It's the-
Me next,
yeah,
right?
to finish it off for you.
Okay, I'll go warm water bottles.
Yeah.
That's so good.
You go in your car and you're dying of thirst.
Oh,
And-
and then you just drink this.
I'd rather be thirsty, bro.
This plastic ass
Yeah.
scorching water next to
Mine's
your
nothing
melted
special.
candies.
Nothing special. But when the AC goes down, it's
Yeah. Or you don't have AC, bro.
over. Like, oh, dude, like high school.
Just open
Oh.
up the oven. Oh wait,
That's an A. No, that's
just
Okay.
open the fridge.
Okay. For honorable mentions, I had working when it's nice out and just being hot. I got one that wasn't even on my board, but like, bro, some people need to learn that deodorant is a thing, dude. And in the summertime in Canada, that's it.
one that made me think of is just the people who they should know what they should wear to the beach, bro. They should know what they should wear in public.
Yeah, like
Sometimes you be seeing things that you don't want to be seeing.
well, like, listen, I'm not the skinniest guy here, but I know when it's shirt off time and when it's not.
You gotta know what bikini fits and when to wear a Speedo, you know?
I ain't popping out to the Bell River Beach in a Speedo. Nobody wants. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for my public image. Like,
Buddy, yeah, bag loose. Your bag's loose.
It's good for your tan
Hold on.
lines. I only have one honorable mention: sweaty iPhone.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's true
Phone.
too.
Ooh, or when your phone heats up and it like
It doesn't work.
just when you like
Oh,
you touch yourself with your phone, like not like that, you weirdo.
yeah.
When you
Carson,
grab your
you
phone and it's
weirdo.
hot.
I don't know why that was just
When
the
you
way
grab
it
your
was
phone, you
phrased.
start touching yourself.
My bad, man.
Oh.
My bad. My bad.
Jeez,
Just the way it was phrased. Dude.
this might
It
get us
wasn't even
like
funny.
some controversial
Oh.
statements on Dude's Draft of the Week, man.
I think next week we're gonna have to do the best things about summer to counter this.
So I wanted to do this one this week because it was like almost summer here.
Yeah.
I think in the springtime we should do best things about summer.
Okay, I'm down.
I also had my thing was no football. But you
Just
took
things.
like it just sucks.
Oh.
Like I love summer, but there's no football.
Yeah.
Imagine watching football. We're in Canada, so it's always cold during football, which I'm fine with. I'm a Buffalo fan, but like, dude, the first like 3 or 4 weeks where it's like super hot out and I'm watching a game outside in a pool, I love. It's prime. Shout out Logan Paul.
Prime time, baby.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Carson, you didn't have any honorable mentions?
No, just the sweaty phone.
Nice.
That's it.
That was Dude's Draft of the Week number 2. Oh no.
All right. Let's round off this episode with a couple of games.
Yep.
A little Weddle, a little Immaculate Grid, and I think we're good.
Yes, sir. So I got the Weddle pulled up here. If you're an audio listener, it will be more fun to watch as a viewer. So go to YouTube. If not, I will explain Weddle because we didn't last time. So this is a random NFL player. It could be any player on offense for this one. And we just have to guess the player correctly. It'll give us, let's say I guess Devontae Adams. It'll either say yes or no if it's a wide receiver. It'll tell us what division they're, like if it's close to the division, if it's close to the conference, what position group. It'll tell us like either yes or no, height, and then I think that's it.
And jersey number,
And
over or under.
Yes, over under on jersey number. So, welcome to the Weddle of the Week. I will give Aiden the honors this time of guessing the first player.
Let's go Quentin Johnston.
My bad. I'm just going to type in Johnson.
That's with a T.
Johnston.
Yeah.
Brother, I look like a retard. He's not even on here.
Let's go Mike Williams.
How are we already failing at this?
There
Carson,
we-
notice how there's no ads.
Oh, wow.
All right, so we're in the AFC. Not a receiver, shorter than 6'3", higher than number 18, and age is
Younger
lower
than 30.
All right.
Running back.
Running
Isaiah
back?
Pacheco. Oh, wait, no, number 10.
Higher than number 18. How about Stevenson?
Ramondre?
Yeah.
Good guess.
Running back on nice.
Oh, we have a short running back. Younger than 27.
Cook? Is Cook shorter than 6 foot?
What's his number?
Yeah,
4.
I think so.
Higher than 18.
Higher than
Oh,
18.
Yeah.
I think Chase Brown is
What's Derrick Henry?
20. Derrick Henry's older than 30.
That's true. Chase Brown?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, right height.
Oh, we shouldn't have known that from the division.
Oh, yeah.
Right height, higher than 24, so it's 25, 26.
Joe
Oh.
Mixon?
Yeah, Mixon.
Mixon?
Is he?
I don't know if
how
he's
old
30.
he is.
He might be 29.
I think he's 29.
I think he's old.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
He's
Okay,
28.
well, that gets the AFC South out of the way, though, so that means that we're in the West. So that's Broncos, KC.
How How about
Broncos,
Zamir White?
KC, Raiders, and who's the last team in that division?
Broncos, Raiders, KC.
Broncos, Raiders, KC.
It's another old like
Oh my God, how are we doing this right now? We're a football podcast.
Broncos,
Chargers.
Chargers. It's not the Chargers.
It can't be Dobbins.
Dobbins. He's number 27. He's in between 38 and.
Let's
Oh!
go. Whew. What is that? 4 guesses?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, not bad, boys. Not
Too
bad.
shabby. You want to do the hard mode?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so for this Weddle, I'll explain. It can be anyone.
All right, let's get it.
It can be offense, defense, kicker.
Yeah.
Carson, I'm giving you the honors.
Okay, let's just start out simple here. Caleb Williams.
Oh!
We are in the North.
Ha-
NFC North.
Close to 6'1".
He's on defense, eh?
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
How about like Anzalone?
Alex Anzalone, I like that.
We're in Detroit. And we're a linebacker.
Who's the other linebacker in Detroit?
This is your
Oh,
team,
boy.
brother.
Yeah,
Well,
this
it's
is
your dad's
Jake.
team.
Jake, we're looking at you. Call your dad
Is
down.
it actually that's actually a good idea. Let's do a phone a friend here.
Phone a friend.
Stop calling me. Hey, who's the other linebacker in Detroit?
Anzalone? Barnes?
Barnes?
Yeah.
Is it Derek, right?
No, Chris Barnes.
Chris Barnes?
I think so.
I thought it was Derek.
It was
Uh-oh.
Derek.
That's on me.
Check.
Well, no, don't check.
Oh,
Okay.
I was on Houston now.
So we're doing a player guess 'em, and it's a linebacker from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
How about Campbell?
Campbell?
Jack Campbell, yeah.
Am I crazy? Why would Jack Campbell not be on here? He's a dog.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. No.
Damn.
Wait, neither of those Barnes were on, so it might be the other.
Malcolm Rodriguez.
Now I can't guess. Oh.
Derek Barnes.
They're all fucking hurt. That's the problem right here.
You're on the podcast right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I should have led with that. What? No, it's not him.
Well, their linebackers are Anzalone, Campbell, Rodriguez, and Barnes. Those are their main linebackers that I'm familiar with. So I'm not sure who else you would have to check.
Okay.
What's the question?
So it's a random NFL guesser, and it could be anyone.
Yeah.
But from the information on what we've already guessed, it's on Detroit. It's the NFC North. Obviously, it's a linebacker.
Is Derek Barnes not showing up?
are we counting
No, we
outside
counted.
linebacker?
Oh, Barnett. No, he's not.
Is it spelled weird?
Could be. Okay, thank you, Dad.
Okay, no problem.
Bye.
Is it cheating to look up Derek Barnes? How to spell his name?
No, I don't think so.
Derek Barnes, Detroit linebacker.
Good cover, Aiden. Depth chart for Lions.
Yes.
No.
All right, Derek Barnes, Barnes.
Okay, that's
Wait. No, Derek Barnett.
What the hell?
Dude, it's gonna be like the dumbest thing ever. Like Sam Laporta played 1 week as a. I think we're cooked here.
We actually
think
think
we're-
You want to try one more phone a friend? We'll see if he answers.
We've been cooked. The pan is on fire right now.
Last phone a friend. If we don't get this, we're gonna have to give up.
And it's not Malcolm.
Hello?
Hey, Justin.
What's up?
You're on the podcast currently.
Oh, what's up?
So, you ever played Weddle?
No.
Okay, so you have to guess a random NFL player.
Okay.
We have the Lions, and it's a linebacker, and we've guessed Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and it's not Derek Barnes because he's not popping up on here.
And it's not Malcolm Rodriguez.
What? Okay. Levi Onzarike, I feel like could be an answer, but I feel like he's not even a linebacker.
No, he's D-line.
You could also put like Aleem McNeil because they classify him as a linebacker too.
How do you spell McNeil?
N-E-I.
McNeil.
M-E. M-C-I. No.
Damn. What?
Dude, who the hell is this
Go
guy?
into your depth chart. Help us.
Go to the depth chart. Oh man. On the podcast late, eh?
Yeah.
Let me take a peek here.
Zero ball knowledge.
Dude, this is not even our bad. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is not your bad at all.
Once you get to the
linebacker.
fifth linebacker.
Yeah, like
It tried Jalen Reeves Maven.
he's not even popping up.
Wait. Do Reeves. Do Reeves first.
Try
Reeves first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reeves is Reeves.
No.
No way. That's another linebacker.
That's another linebacker that is not.
Who's the other white guy you guys know? It's Jack Campbell.
It's Campbell. We tried him.
Who's the other?
We only got 2 other linebackers on our depth chart, and they're both like rookies. One is Trey Nowaske, Nowaske.
Trevor?
Yeah.
No.
Are
what?
you kidding me?
Is that him?
No, it's not him.
And then the last one on the depth chart is Brandon or something Neiman, B Neiman, Niemann.
Ben Neiman?
Ben Neiman.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Was that him?
Ezekiel Turner.
Who in the world?
Wow.
Okay, thanks, JV.
Yeah, I don't think that guy played a game this year. I'll tell you that.
Bro, that's crazy. To not take a snap and put him on this game.
Okay, thank you, JV.
It's supposed to be hard, bro. Not impossible.
See
Have a
ya.
good night.
Yeah, you too. Peace.
Peace.
That's crazy.
Ezekiel Turner.
The 8th linebacker.
I don't know him.
Wow. All right, Immaculate Grid to end it off.
Yeah.
Hopefully it goes better than that.
Yes.
Daily hard.
All right, Immaculate Grid. You get 3 prompts. Buy 3 prompts to fill in 9 boxes. You get 9 guesses to fill the boxes. If your guess is more rare and correct, you get more points. All right.
Is this like it changes every day or?
Yeah.
Boys, I don't like our odds on this one either.
All right, here we go. What we got? So on the top row, we have Giants, Broncos, 1,000-yard rushing.
James
on-
Carner. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And on the column, we have Cardinals, Saints, and Raiders.
So Alvin Kamara at the bottom we could put.
Can we?
I'm almost positive. Does anyone disagree?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can put him there. Yeah.
My bad.
Wow. Okay, Marvin Ingram.
Yes.
Or what is that his name?
Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram. My bad. Sorry, Mark.
Why is there two? It's this one.
Yeah. All right. Mark Ingram fits in 1,000 rushing and the Saints. Josh Jacobs for Raiders.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can even do Bo Jackson if you want.
Cardinals, David Johnson.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure he had a freaking crazy year that one year. Oh.
All right. We have the 1,000-yard rushers filled in. Now for the hard part.
This one always sucks, dude.
Okay, hold on. We got this.
Okay. Broncos and Giants up top. Cardinals, Raiders, Saints.
Where did Gardner get drafted?
Jags. Did he play for the Giants?
I don't think so. Drew Lock, Seattle.
Did Shepard ever go to Arizona?
I don't know.
Can you do anybody?
Yeah, all time.
Can it be a coach or does it have to be a player?
I think it has to be a
I think it
player.
might have to be a player.
Sean Payton, Denver.
Do you want to see if it
Might as well see if it works.
Might as well, yeah, might as well. If he came up, that'd be sick.
is it with a
Oh, that's the player.
that says
Is
player?
it? Yeah. Dang.
I feel like the Giants this should be easier. Where's Hollywood Brown played?
I can't believe how many we got last time, so I feel like it is.
We're bound to get
possible.
tripped.
Yeah. Drew Law, did he play on any of those teams?
That's what I was thinking.
Drew Lock played.
He played for the Giants, but I don't know if he played for. He didn't play for the Saints.
Drew Lock played for the two teams on the top.
Oh,
Right.
that blows.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Kamara's been a Saint for life, eh?
Yeah. How about Jamal Williams? Has he played for either one of those two teams on the top?
Mm-mm.
How about Lattimore? No.
No.
Who's that one crazy guy who played for the Raiders? Defense. Had the big. They have a thing on him on Disney Plus.
How about Jimmy? No. Jimmy Graham went to Chicago. This is far more difficult than I expected.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Then the last one, anyway. That one's.
Yeah.
This one's pretty. Yeah, this one's pretty bad.
What happens if you click previous grid?
We'll just cut this part.
Yeah, just cut this.
Okay. I like the way this one looks more.
Yeah, I like this one too. More.
Only one team. Phillip. Let's hit it. Right out the gate.
All right. New grid. Here we are.
Oh!
What?
Who's,
Oh my god, he played for the Colts.
Oh, he went to the Colts.
No.
Oh my god.
Barry Sanders.
Yes.
Ooh, who do you think is more likely to be picked? Barry Sanders or Megatron?
Oh. I don't know. That's good.
I like Mega.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have typed in
10%.
Megatron.
Megatron. Washington, can we go Griffin the third?
Yes.
Yeah, we know he stayed there.
Oh,
Everson Griffin.
Robert.
It's with
Griffin third.
What? Who did he play for? Oh my god, he came back and played for a backup at Baltimore.
Terry McLaurin.
We can use him for the Baltimore Washington though.
Terry McLaurin. We fine with that?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's all right.
We can use. I believe he played for Baltimore.
Bro, we're getting cooked here.
This is tough.
Robert.
Robert
Griffin. Robert. Robert Griffin.
Griffin.
Cash.
Lowish. Nice.
Jets, Chargers, Mike Williams. Ooh, easy cash.
Yeah.
What did you say? Jets,
Mike Williams.
Chargers, Mike
Oh.
Williams.
Yeah, good one.
This one's way easier.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this one's a lot better. I haven't even looked at. We haven't even.
Oh, Gus
Look at
Edwards.
that! Look at that
Gus Edwards,
picture, dude.
nice.
Can we appreciate that picture of Mike Williams real quick?
Look at a mugshot.
Bro, his hairline. No way, that's not on purpose. Washington and the Jets.
Why is Baltimore's tough too?
Good luck,
Smith. You guys just signed Smith.
Roquan.
Yeah,
How do you spell his name?
that's why I didn't say his first name. I don't know. There we go.
Oh,
Wait.
Well,
Oh, we only have one more guess.
did that one even go?
That one didn't go through.
Where did Roquan go?
Did he not come from? Oh, was he on? He was on Cleveland.
we failed, boys. That was 2 attempts. I think that's fair enough
think
to
that's good.
stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it
we,
there.
we gotta up our grid
knowledge.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was tough. The first one was like
That
insane.
one was brutal. Giants, Cardinals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up, and there's gonna be such an obvious answer.
Who played for the Giants and the Cardinals? Let's find out. Before we end this here. First 2-hour podcast.
Fresh
Oh,
Mike.
dude, that's my bad. This is baseball.
Baseball. Oh, and Carson with the fresh mic.
Kurt Warner. That's a good one.
But I don't think I picture him in.
Yeah.
A Giants outfit? No.
That's the only one that I'm like, big time, yes. Lance Smith, maybe, but not really.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
All right.
Alrighty, this has been the Huddle Podcast.
Like, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.